Hello, I am Franklin Jabez Ariola, and I am here to report about ships containing chemical hazards. So first, let's discuss about bulker or tanker ships. A bulk carrier or bulker is a merchant ship specially designed to transport unpackaged bulk cargo, such as grains, coal, or steel, coils, and cement, in its cargo holds. Since the first specialized bulk carrier was built in 1852, economic forces have led to continued development of these ships, resulting in increased size and sophistication. Today's bulk carriers are specially designed to maximize capacity, safety, efficiency, and durability. Today, bulk carriers make up 20% of the world's merchant fleets and range in size from single-hull mini-bulk carriers to mammoth ore ships able to carry 400,000 metric tons of deadweight. A number of specialized designs exist. Some can unload their own cargo, some depend on port facilities for unloading, and some even package the cargo as it is loaded. Over half of all bulk carriers have Greek, Japanese, or Chinese owners, and more than a quarter are registered in Panama. South Korea is the largest single builder of bulk carriers, and 82% of these ships were built in Asia. On bulk carriers, crew are involved in operation, management, and maintenance of the vessel, taking care of safety, navigation, maintenance, and cargo care. In accordance with international maritime legislation, cargo loading operations vary in complexity, and loading and discharging of cargo can take several days. Bulk carriers can be gearless or geared. Crews can range in size from 3 people on the smallest ships to over 30 on the largest. Bulk cargo can be very Bulk cargo can be very dense, corrosive, or abrasive. This can present safety problems. Cargo shifting, spontaneous combustion, and cargo saturation can threaten a ship. The use of ships that are old and have corrosion problems has been linked to a spate of bulk carrier sinkings in the 1990s, as have the bulk carriers' large hatchways. These hatchways are important for efficient cargo handling, but allow the entry of large volumes of water in storms or if the ship is endangered by sinking. New international regulations have since been introduced to improve ship design and inspection, and to streamline the process of a crew's abandoning ship. So let's go to the history of bulk carrier, from where bulk carrier began. The term bulk carrier has been defined in varying ways. As of 1999, the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea defines a bulk carrier as a ship constructed with a single deck, topside tanks and hopper side tanks in cargo spaces, and intended to primarily carry dry cargo in bulk, an ore carrier, or a combination carrier. Most classification societies use a broader definition, by which a bulk carrier is any ship that carries dry unpackaged goods. Multipurpose cargo ships can carry bulk cargo but can also carry other cargoes and are not specifically designed for bulk carriage. The term dry bulk carrier is used to distinguish bulk carriers from bulk liquid carriers such as oil, chemical, or liquefied petroleum gas carriers. Very small bulk carriers are almost indistinguishable from general cargo ships, and they are often classified based more on the ship's use than its design. So let's go to the next ship. So the next ship is LNG carriers. LNG carriers is a tanker that transports liquefied natural gas and it is called LNG carriers. These vessels boast a range of advanced versatile technologies. Tanks made of special material to keep the cargo at an ultra-low temperature. Emergency shutdown devices to prevent incidents during cargo handling operations, and turbine engines that can run on vaporized gas. The transport of natural gas started through overland pipelines, but LNG carriers made it possible to transport massive volumes via sea. LNG is the liquid form of natural gas at the cryogenic temperature of -161.5 degrees Celsius, which takes up about 1 in 600 the volume of natural gas in its gaseous state, allowing efficient transport by ships. MOL's first LNG carrier, the Senshūmaru, which was launched in 1984, had a cargo tank capacity of 125,562. Today's mainstream vessels are in the 150,000 to 170,000 class. Natural gas consists chiefly of methane. When it burns, it emits carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide, no sulfur oxide. Further, it gets cleaner when converted into LNG, as hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, water content, and so on are eliminated during the liquefaction process. In addition, as natural gas weighs less than air, it does not accumulate in low spots if it leaks, and its spontaneous combustion temperature is relatively high. Thus, natural gas has earned high regard not only as a cleaner fuel but also as a safer one. LNG carriers load and discharge their cargo through pipelines connected to shoreside facilities. Loading ports have equipment that liquefies natural gas before loading, while receiving terminals have facilities to regasify LNG. Let's go to the structure and characteristics of liquefied natural gas. LNG's boiling point is extremely low. It is -161.5 degrees Celsius, so transporting it by sea requires advanced technologies such as tanks made of materials specially engineered to withstand ultra-low temperatures. Ferronickel, stainless steel, and aluminum alloys, and the outer layers are covered by thick heat insulation. Cargo tanks are like giant thermos bottles. However, part of the cargo is affected by the outside temperature and naturally vaporizes during transport, known as boil-off gas. This can be used as fuel for the vessel. LNG carriers are also equipped with sophisticated technologies such as emergency shuttle devices to ensure safe operation. So let's go to the last ship that we will be discussed today. So it is the Roro. The Roro is an acronym for roll-on roll-off. Roll-on roll-off ships are vessels that are used to carry wheeled cargo. The roll-on roll-off ship was defined in the November 1995 amendments to Chapter 2(1) of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS. As being a passenger ship with Roro cargo spaces or special category spaces, the Roro ship is different from Lolo, lift-on lift-off ship that uses a crane to load the cargo. The vehicles in the ship are loaded and unloaded by means of built-in ramps. Normally, these ramps are made towards the stern or the backside of the ship. In some ships, they are also found on the bow side, the front, as well as the sides. The vessel can be of both military and civilian types. Roro vessels were being built in the 19th century to transport trains to wide for the bridges across rivers. An example of Roro vessel in the 5th or 4th ferry, which started operations in 1851. The rails were laid on the ship so that it could be connected to the ones on land. A train would then simply roll onto the ship and then roll off at the other end. There are various types of Roro vessels, such as ferries, cruise ferries, cargo ships, and barges. The Roro vessels that are exclusively used for transporting cars and trucks across oceans are known as pure car carriers and pure truck carriers. And unlike other cargoes that are measured in metric tons, the Roro cargo is measured in a unit called lanes in meters, or LIMS. LIM is calculated by multiplying cargo length in meters by the number of decks and by its width in lanes. The lane width will differ from vessel to vessel, and there are number of industry standards. Let's discuss the largest Roro in the world. The largest Roro passenger ferry is MS Color Magic, and it weighs 75,100 gross tonnage. It entered the service in September 2007 for Color Line. It was built in Finland by Aker Yards. The ferry is 223.70 meter long and 35 meter wide and can carry 550 cars as well as 1,270 lane meters of cargo. The Roro passenger ferry with the greatest car carrying capacity is the Ulysses. The ferry was named after a novel by James Joyce and is owned by Irish Ferries. It entered the service on 25 March 2001 and operates between Dublin and Holyhead. It weighs 50,938 gross tonnage and is 209.02 meter long and 31.84 meter wide. It can carry 1,342 cars and 4,101 lane meters of cargo. So that's all, and thank you for listening.